Welcome back to our Journalist Roundtable, keeping the focus on Tucson's election and the other big decision voters will weigh. The Sanctuary City Initiative, the Tucson Sentinel covering this very closely. It will be on the ballot. What will the voters want, though?
That really remains to be seen, and amongst a certain segment, and especially amongst maybe liberal left-wing Democrats, it would be pretty popular, even though none of our elected officials have been supportive of it. Nobody running for office at all right now that we're past the primary, has been supporting that initiative. So will they go against the people that they're voting for and vote yes? It's kind of the open question, and I think a lot of it depends on whether a really organized no campaign gets rolling, and we will probably see that because it's the business community, and for the most part, that seems to be opposed. So they can write some checks.
Yeah, I think it'll be. There will be a core group of folks who really believe that this is the way to go, and then there will be other people, I think, who think, yes, this is something, on that surface level I agree with. And then there will be other people who, like with some previous initiatives, we agree with the idea, but the way it's done, the language of the actual initiative is something that will keep people from voting for it. But I have no doubt that the Republicans will mount a huge campaign about this because it is such a good red meat talking point for the GOP. And I think it probably will fail, but I also can see it winning with people voting for it on the idea of it without really getting into understanding why this particular initiative is not a good idea.
Jim, will we get voters coming out of the woodworks to cast their ballot for it?
No, I think what you have is the debate on one side is going to be the Trump administration is locking people up, and we need to put a stop to it here in the city of Tucson and send a message that we are a sanctuary city, that people can be free and safe together here. On the other side, you're going to have people saying, number one, that the Tucson Police Department already observes many of these things. They've gone as far as they can under what's left of SB 1070 in terms of their general orders and whatnot. And also, it's going to paint a target on Tucson's back, essentially, that the state legislature is going to come after us if we do this, the Trump administration is going to come after us if we do this, we're going to lose grants, et cetera, et cetera. And I think at the end of the day, I mean, you already see, as Dylan pointed out, the council, the mayor are all opposed to this. You've got the Democratic Party in favor of it, so you have a little bit of a split within the Democrats in terms of this. And if you can't get all the Democrats on your side, the Republicans are not going to vote for this. And I think most independents are going to look at it and say no. So it's going to be a tough battle. We'll see how much money each side can raise. The Green Shirt Guy hashtag Green Shirt Guy has helped them raise some money initially with that thing that went viral, but we'll see how much money the opposition raises, and I do suspect it'll be a significant amount of money, and they'll be able to raise enough doubts.
Sarah, this week Regina Romero told me that she will defend the will of the voters, and if that means they support the Sanctuary City movement, then that's what she'll defend.
I think politically, yes, that would be difficult for her to kind of maneuver that, but if it's something that the voters want, then the council has to uphold it. And I don't think that politically there would be a lot of risk to her in doing that once she's in office.
All right, before we go, we have a number of people throwing their name in the hat for some congressional races, but also one from the past, Joe Arpaio. He wants to come back. Is this for real?
Well, that's, I think, always the question about Joe Arpaio. Is this for real? But the idea that he's, in his 90s now? 80s?
Late 80s. I think he's 87.
113.
Yeah. So I think this is very
That's the
much
temperature, Dylan.
He doesn't look a day over 113.
right.
All
right. I think that he's the kind of guy that thrives on that. I mean, what else is he going to do? Is he going to macrame? No. Is he going to start having hobbies at this stage in retirement? No. But I also think he is kind of, again, that red meat for galvanizing people to get the base excited to kind of be a symbol. that is not having to do with him specifically, but his very carefully crafted image. And he loves his adoring public, and some of them love him.
And real quick to the Senate race, Martha McSally, again, a new contender coming forth this week. Should she be worried?
I think she may run into some situations where she has to tack a little bit to the right in the primary, and that may not be great for her in a general election, but I don't see her being derailed in a primary. Just like I don't see Arpaio making it through the primary in Maricopa County. He lost overwhelmingly last time, and for somebody to put their bet down for him again is I don't see it going on.
All right, Jim?
Democrats are probably delighted that Arpaio is going to run because they figure that'll bring Democrats to the polls. I think that McSally is going to once again be forced to continue to tack to the right and tack towards Trump, because this guy's more Trump than Trump that has jumped into this race. And so that's what hurt her badly last time was the sense that she was not going to be an independent. So I think all of that accrues towards Mark Kelly.
All right. My thanks to the three of you. We'll have you back again soon.